Hey guys, so today I want to review with you these absolutely gorgeous concepts for the characters in the Marvel Rivals. So let's jump into this stuff. First of all, this Sandman concept with a difficulty of 4 stars. His attack, left click, is molded arms. Swing your fist forward. Every time a hit lands on an enemy or terrain, sand is dropped in the area hit. Charge to fire a fist projectile. So it's pretty interesting. Fire fist projectile for the Sandman is kind of not really expected, but let's see what's next. Right click, sand shield. Block incoming damage. When enough damage is taken, the shield shrinks and sand is dropped underneath Sandman. So basically it seems like he's gonna be a one guard, but let's see what he has beside this. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Mysterio mix knockout chemicals into Sandman's sand. Any enemy in sand will have their movement slowed slightly. So basically we have a team up with a Mysterio, again character who is not really in the game so far. But I think that this sounds like a pretty interesting team up ability. And yeah, quite a strong one. Now let's jump for the ultimate. Sandstorm. Fire a large wave of sand that crawls forward, suffocating foes caught inside over time. So basically damage over time effect, and I think it's pretty good one, and I honestly would like to see some kind of this ultimate in the game, because so far we don't really have this stuff, and it's really strange because we have over 30 characters in Marvel Rivals, and yeah, we definitely need this one. Next one is Dispersion, a long cooldown. Passive. When Sandman dies, his sand disappears and he splits into 4 sand piles. If any reach each other, he comes back to life with 25% health for each sand pile. So it looks like a Zac from the League of Legends to me. I think it's absolutely copied one. So overall, it seems like a pretty cool thing, and I think that it might work really well for the character like this in Marvel Rivals too. Next one is a Particle Taxi, 2 charges. Sandman's feet turn into a torrent or grains, dashing him forward and leaving a trail of sand behind him. So basically a dashing ability, pretty nice one, and again he dropped sand around him. Okay, nice. Shifting sands, target a sand area and fire a fist out of it, knocking back enemies and removing the sand area. The more sand, the bigger the fist and knockback. So controllability, crowd controllability, pretty nice. I think that we actually might get something like this in future, and I think that Sandman probably would be a really great character to implement this kind of a really hard but effective ability. And I think that this is really good for point control maps for sure. Next one is another passive, and this is Affinity with Earth. Allies stood in sand take slightly less damage. And suggested combo. Use molded arms, particle taxi, and sand shield to fill terrain and walls with sand to buff allies and create areas to use shifting sands. Use shifting sands on enemies as a range will move them out of the position and combo with a sandstorm. So overall, I think that this looks pretty nice. It's a really complex character. I would even say that he's 5-star difficulty. And to be honest, I really want to see something like this in Marvel Rivals. But anyway, tell me your thoughts. Hey Rivalers! I'm happy to announce that to celebrate new season 1.5 I decided to make 5 lattice bundles giveaway. To participate, subscribe to this channel and like and comment any video. Then stay tuned and watch my videos to see the winner. Winners will be revealed in the end of the season. There will be 5 winners in total, which I'll choose randomly from the subscribers. Thank you for your support and good luck! Next one is a Scorpion. Scorpion is a really outstanding character, and to be honest, I think that this would make a really great appearance in the Marvel Rivals. Here on this concept art, he looks like a really great character. One guard, by the way, not a duelist, which is kind of strange at some point, but I think that this is a thing that might be really good for the Scorpion. I would suggest that he would have a lot of different venomous abilities and some dashing stuff, so it's really cool. But let's see what the overall concept art has. Difficulty 5 stars. Part brutal cybernetic enforcer, part chaotic chemical criminal. Scorpion deteriorating mind loves nothing more than to share the pain he's experienced with others. Wrapped in a cutting-edge biochemical warsuit and utilizing toxins as virulent as his temper, Mike Gargan has become something far more menacing than the simple crook he once was. So I think that overall this would be a really interesting guy to see in the Mortal Rivals, and Scorpion actually is quite underrated in my point of view, so I think he would make a really great addition to the game overall. Next one, and here's, oh my, this one is pretty good one. Nightcrawler, difficulty 3 stars. Attack, right click, tail whip dagger, throw, forward, appears long range dagger from the Nightcrawler's tail. So basically a ranged attack, nice. Next one is a backflip kick. Deal a short range kick in front of you. If enemy is hit, backflip away from them into the air. So really interesting, damage dealing ability and escaping at the same time. So overall, I would say that it might be a really strong and annoying thing for the duelist for sure. Next one, Mutant Melee, slash forward to strike. Every third attack in a quick succession is a tail whip dagger slash which swings in all directions around Nightcrawler. So again, another attack, now this time is melee one, which can damage people around. And I think that this might be way too OP honestly, but well, it should be tested in the game. Next one, Mutant Allies. Nightcrawler teleports directly to the nearest X-Man, and this is a team-up ability with Storm and Wolverine. I think it's pretty nice, why not? Next one, Passive, Team-Up Teleport. When Nightcrawler activates Concentrated Teleport, team-up allies may stand within 5 meters of Nightcrawler to teleport with him. Well, if you play with voice chat and you are pre-made team, it probably would be a really great and powerful ability, but in solo queues it most likely gonna be really annoying thing, because sometimes it might be used really badly, so it will hurt your team, and it seems like it might block Storm and Wolverine appearing in the matchups with Nightcrawler if it's on lower ranks. So I think that, well, this is quite difficult and interesting ability at the same time, but yeah, it's really hard to use it correctly. Next one, Ultimate, Bamf Bamf. Nightcrawler rapidly teleports between all enemies within 20 meters, dealing a barrage of attacks dispersed between each target. So basically Psylocke Ultimate. I don't really like this one. I would think that we might get something much more interesting and unique, but yeah, it fits the character, so I think it's fine. Next one is a Reactive Teleport. Teleport a short distance in the direction of Nightcrawler's movement. Again, another teleport. Well, I think that he would get a lot of teleports, much more than Magic had, and he will be just untargetable character, so might be not really good. I would like to change it again. Concentrated Teleport. Select a specific teleport location within 60 meters. Press once to concentrate, then press again to teleport. So it's basically a solo teleport like Doctor Strange have, but for Nightcrawler, and it's obviously a bit cut because it's only 60-meter length. But again, I think it's a pretty strong one, because you can flank enemies and dive them from behind really easily with this one. It also depends how long the cooldown will be. Next one, Passive, Wall Crawl. Press A to crawl on walls, hold RT to run on all fours. So basically something like we have on Rocket. I think it's pretty nice, fits the character well. And again, Teleport Jump, another one. While midair, jump again to teleport a short distance upward in the direction of movement. Seems pretty interesting, so we have quite a lot of teleports. I think it's about 4 or 5 with Ultimate, and this guy would be just unkillable machine. And also, if he would have great damage, I think that he might be way too overpowered. Anyway, tell me your thoughts about this concept in the comments down below. Next one is Cyclops. Let's see what he has. Left click is Quick Blast. Launch an instant optic blast forward. Pretty nice. Just a casual long range ability. Right click, Charge Blast. Channel absorbing sunlight to fire a more powerful optic blast. So basically empowered attack. Well, it's interesting how big is the difference between those two in the damage terms, but yeah, I think it's fine for the character like Cyclops. Team-up ability, Light Manipulation. The Invisible Girl manipulates Optic Blast to ricochet twice. Well, that's interesting. I think that might be way too powerful, especially given the fact that Invisible Woman is already in the game, and she's quite powerful. I mean, maybe Invisible Girl is a part of the X-Men, that's not Invisible Woman, right? But if it's about Invisible Woman, then it's really OP. Next one is abilities. Wither Off. Cyclops removes his visor, firing a high-density energy beam to penetrate enemies. So it's really interesting. It seems like it's going through the enemies and can deal damage to the enemies backwards. So it's like something like we have with basic ability, with basic after attacks on Storm. So kind of piercing ability. I think it's really cool, and I think that this might be way too strong, but anyway, it depends on the damage numbers, right? Next one, E. Stun Beam. Cyclops opens his visor to temporarily stun enemies in a small cone of sight. Again, pretty cool. I like this tune for the duelist. Next one is Reflective Energy. Cyclops' next blast will ricochet off the walls. And again, with Invisible Girl team up, it might ricochet even more. So I think he would be a menace for the close corridors fights. So this guy would be really strong, especially for some maps like, for example, Wakandian maps, when we have these walls around. Well, this would be way too strong, most likely. Shift, dodge, roll. 2 charges. Launch into a roll based on the current direction moving. So basically, kind of dash ability again. I think it's pretty nice. Let's see what the suggested combo is. Use Charge Blast to unsuspecting enemies and finish them off with a quick blast. Stun Beam flankers in close range. Dodge roll away and use Reflective Energy with Charged Blast in close quarters to deal extra damage. Use Reflective Energy and Charged Blast on the environment to hit enemies behind shields. Flank on shield and use Visor off to deal high damage to players punched up in the line. So I think that overall it seems like pretty fun character. It's also pretty kind of not that strong, and he also have a problem with escapes. I mean, it depends how good his charges with these rolls, but overall he might be a really powerful character, even though he doesn't really have a lot of different escape abilities like the duelists usually do. So I think that he is quite well for sure. And last but definitely not least is Hiro and Baymax character concept. So let's see. 3 stars difficulty and attacks. Left click, Hydro Punch or Kaiju Claws. Performs slow but powerful punches. In dragon form performs faster but slightly weaker close clashes. Interesting. Next one is Hydra Missiles or Sunfire. Fire a quick burst of small water missiles. In dragon form, Baymax will instead breathe out fireball projectiles. So again, we have kind of combined character which can do different attacks. I think it depends on the form, is a human form or robot form, so yeah, pretty cool. Team up abilities. Penny can upgrade Baymax with some spider tech, making his Hydra Missiles create spider drones for a limited time. Okay, I'm pretty curious what is spider drones. If it's pretty much the same as spider mines of the Penny, then it's probably way too hard, but let's see what the other abilities are. By Maximum. Baymax temporarily takes control of the larger mech suit. The main attack punches become stronger and create piercing energy waves, while the outfire release more powerful Hydra rockets. I think that that's kind of buff for the character himself. It's something like Hulk have in the game right now. So yeah, pretty cool. Synth Former. Charge between dragon and action forms. Dragon form can fly and is faster but has less health. Again, pretty cool. I like the idea of different forms, and I think that we need some characters like this in Marvel Rivals for sure. Next one, Left Shield, Hollow Shield or Scaly Guard. Select a location to erect a large temporary holographic shield, something like Invisible Woman have, I believe. Or in dragon form, Baymax shields himself to reduce damage taken from as long as a button is held. So basically just something like Shield of Doctor Strange or something like that. Well, again, I like this one, and seems like this character would fit one guard role pretty good. Quite hard one guard, by the way. And Space is Rocket Propulsion. When in action form, hold the button to fall slowly. Pretty nice, I think. Quite a usual ability in the Marvel Rivals. And passive is AR Viewpoint. Upon being defeated, Hiro and Baymax can freely move around the map as holograms while they wait to respawn. So they kinda have advantage to discover enemies and detect their locations, maybe even pin for their team. So I think it's quite interesting and unique passive ability, which is not really OP, but at the same time really good for some strategic plays. So I think this character would be great for some higher tiers. So yeah, I think that all of these 5 concepts are really amazing. I really like this one, and I hope you guys enjoyed them as much as I did. Anyway, if you're here for the first time, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and comment this video to push it into the algorithm. Thank you, and I see you next time. Hey Rivalers! Sorry for interrupting, but only 1.7% of you subscribe to my channel. To support me and my channel, please subscribe and hit that like button. Thanks!